That is the first job of the senator. That is why they are there. That is why the Senate was created. Now, whether they are doing their job or not is for you to decide. Okay. Next, the 19th Amendment. See, these are very important dates. You can see the transits and you can see how it has affected. The 19th Amendment that allowed women to hold political office. Is this not another vital amendment? This was as recent as 18th August 1920. You see, it's a very recent phenomena to allow women to go to the parliament, to the Senate. Barely about 80 years back. Can you imagine what the situation was before that? Women were not even allowed to stand for elections. Pathetic. And they are talking of fundamental rights. So, you see, to hold political office and vote. Did they have the power to vote before that? Okay, it was in Mars Dasha, Sun Antardasha. Again, the 9th house is involved. Whenever we are talking of people going to parliament, people going to the Senate, people holding public office, we are talking of 9th house. It is either the Sun or Jupiter in the 9th house that is coming into the picture. It's consistently exactly at that time it's happening. So, now this case of the American Constitution chart is giving us a very clear idea of how the chart is working as far as the major amendments are concerned and what these amendments relate to depending upon the signs that are involved. Now, the greatest thing that we see about the US history is the geographical growth. How is it growing geographically? How is the whole land area growing? How is the sway of the Constitution growing? Is it growing or is it decreasing? The land area over which it's working. And for this we have seen that the 4th house has to be considered. Right, Jim? The 4th has got the moon in it and the Lord is Saturn. Okay, now let's see the growth of the US. I've just put in some of them. Now you can see Alabama entered the Union on December 14th, 1819 as the 22nd state. In Jupiter Dasha, and Jupiter is the lord of Matripada, A4. Where is the A4 in this chart? Arudha of the 4th house? It's in Pisces, right? Yeah. And where is Jupiter? In the 9th house. It's with the Sun, 11th lord. Do you think there is a yoga for the growth of the properties? What is the yoga that is causing the growth of the properties? Is it the moon in the 4th house having Digbala, 10th lord in 4th?
Yoga?
Beautiful. We did it right yesterday. We did it yesterday. Thank you so much, Sachriji. And I see blank faces, I feel so miserable. I spent 3-4 hours on that yesterday. All you got to see is the 2nd house from the moon and the 12th house from the moon. That is your big plus point. Here you have moon in the sign of Capricorn having Digbala, directional strength. I mean, directional strength is not a small thing, it's a big thing. And then you have its dispositor Saturn, which is the Shubhapati of the chart. Shubhapati is like Vishnu. The dispositor of the moon is like Vishnu. He is sustaining you. He is the one who is carrying the thoughts of your mind in the 5th house of people. So, not only is the land increasing, the people coming under the sway of the Constitution are also increasing. And that is because of a powerful Saturn. The A4 or the Arudha of the 4th house is only showing when this whole formality is becoming legal? When is it being announced? When is it appearing in the papers? When do people get to know? So, that is in Jupiter Dasha, Jupiter Antardasha. And during this entire Jupiter Dasha, you will see America grew into a huge, huge country with 5 time zones. 5, right? 4.
With Hawaii, 5, I guess.
It's 5 time zones now. It's 5 time zones. Wow. It's big. Then you can see I have actually given you a complete details of so many states. You can go into each dasha and antardasha, and from this you will know what is the strength of the state or what is the weakness of a state. That's very important. For example, let's go to Florida. First time, at the moment you tell somebody, I'm going to Florida, what comes to his mind? Oh, this guy is having a vacation. See, it's all about tourism. It's all about enjoyment. It's all about the sea, water, Jala Tattva. And when did it come? Saturn Dasha, Venus Antardasha. Venus Antardasha will actually decide what's happening over there. Venus has to do with tourism, moving, travel. Venus has to do with water, Jala Tattva. So it's all about holidays and enjoyments and relaxation. That's Venus. So Saturn Dasha, Venus Antardasha, Florida comes into the picture. The big picture is that of Florida joining the Union. Now see, Saturn Dasha, Saturn Antardasha, Arkansas. Arkansas is the state of Bill Clinton, right?
Yeah.
What's the big thing about Arkansas? Frankly, there's nothing big about Arkansas. It's Saturn, Saturn.
Kind of a Saturn, right?
Yeah, it's a Saturn thing, so there can be nothing big about it. It's all about labor and some industries and things like that. Right? What else is there in Arkansas? There's a very large service sector over there. Service is all about Saturn. I tried to go and find out about each of the states. What's the big thing about them? And of course, let's now come to the great California where we are. I really like California, you know. It's a beautiful place. It entered the Union on the September 9th, 1850. Those of you who are into numerology can take these dates down. Maybe we can talk about them later. What do you say, Jim?
Yeah.
On 9th September 1850, California comes into the picture as the 31st state. In Saturn Dasha, Rahu Antardasha. Now what is that? Is it bad or good? People generally get scared when they hear Rahu. What is the thing about don't get biased? Yep, let's have your opinion.
Just a little additional information.
Yeah.
California becoming a state, they really weren't given too much of a choice. They were like kind of pressured. They sent a few warships up to